This video presents a strategic synthesis of New Zealand's macroeconomic response to energy insecurity, trade protectionism, and a divided world order, focusing on navigating the 2026 global fracture. Two external shocks have fundamentally disrupted the domestic recovery: the energy shock from the Strait of Hormuz closure, and the trade shock from the US Mar-a-Lago Accord and its unilateral tariffs. The US Mar-a-Lago Accord creates structural ripple effects. The long-term threat is the fracturing of global supply chains and the weaponization of the US dollar, which threatens long-term structural pain for small export nations. Despite not importing crude oil directly from the Middle East, New Zealand's fuel supply chain is vulnerable. The country relies entirely on Asian refineries, which receive 80% of their crude via the Chokepoint. To absorb the shock, $150 million was deployed to expand strategic reserves, and a $450 million contingency fund was set aside to prevent acute supply failures without worsening structural inflation. Budget 2026 is a disciplined defense mechanism, shifting from domestic stimulus to national resilience by trimming the operating allowance and expanding capital investment. The strategy balances severe public sector contraction, including a 14% workforce reduction, with core infrastructure expansion, such as a $7 billion capital investment boost and funds for defense and health services. Navigating a fractured world requires strategic market diversification. The India-NZ Free Trade Agreement contrasts with the protectionist US Mar-a-Lago reality by promoting integration and mutual growth. The India FTA is a $20 billion blueprint for export resilience, delivering tariff collapse, customs agility with guaranteed cargo clearance, and smart capital targeting supply chain modernization. The $1.2 billion pivot to domestic biomass aims for energy autonomy as existing gas fields cease production. The Gas Transition Loan Guarantee Scheme secures bank lending for firms proving gas consumption reduction. However, funding demand without funding supply creates an energy bottleneck. The solution involves capital reallocation to fund biomass processing infrastructure and build localized supply chains. Structural reform requires an agile state apparatus. Lowering the R&D software tax cap is a barrier to digital innovation, and public sector headcount cuts risk-degrading policymaking capability. The 2026 Blueprint for Prosperity is built on fiscal agility, market diversification, and supply chain autonomy, which together equals sovereign resilience. In a fragmented world order, prosperity is built one policy at a time through capable government, trusted institutions, and an unwavering commitment to structural resilience.